Sometimes we look at life from the perspective of our own problems, and in so doing, ignore how fortunate we really are.
Never could have understand what was God's plan in my life. One day you revealed to me and made me see the plans He had for me. I never could have understand what was God's plan in my life. One day you revealed to me and made me see the plans He had for me. God knitted me in my mother's womb. Cause He know the plans that He wanted me pursue. But I guess I had different objectives in life from the time I knew.
Yo guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Kev here, repping for the TKS family, aka Harris family, your favorite family channel, guys. And you can take this opportunity, if you haven't, to subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell. Once you begin to like our videos, you can give us that thumbs up, and let's see just how much likes we can get basically for this video. I don't know, and it's not based on the likes, because I really want to relate a story. By the way, this is Storytelling Monday, and it's another true story that I'm going to bring to you guys. So you would have seen the intro where, you know, that quote, you know, was said. And that is a basic thing with us. Sometimes we look at life in certain perspectives and we don't see exactly what it is we need to see. Sometimes we see the bad part of it and not see the good part of it. And why I'm relating the story to you guys today is because of a situation that took place. And I know you guys would have heard for some years now that an incident took place at Movietong where a young man, he killed a young lady right there down in Movietong. And this is real. This is real. I'm telling you guys. And that same person that committed that act was somebody that I was talking to. I want to say talking to, meaning trying to get that person to revert that way of thinking. Because what that person was going through was a relationship issue where the person broke up with somebody, and that said person, the person that they were with, wanted to take possession of the person's items in their house, and they were really not up for that. Now, the reason why I'm saying person, because I don't want to even relate, you know, the name. So I'm trying to say the person. So you guys bear with me, all right? Now, some years ago, this young man came to me, and by the way, it was in church. So for some reason, a friend who knew me, you know, put him on to me because she knew I, you know, basically used to talk to people, you know, share that motivation, you know, encourage people to do good things in life. And she put him on to me, and he came to the church looking for me, and he found me. So we started talking, and he started relating the story to me, exactly what took place, and just how, you know, his mentality was, in the sense he wanted to get back at that person so much because the person, while he was in a set place, went to his house, took his items, took something very valuable to him, and he wanted to get him back. And what was the thing that he wanted to do, this person? Well, guys, to kill them. Now, I spoke weeks, you know, to him. Sometimes on the phone, we would have talked like hours. And I tried to convince him, I tried to let him know, I say, listen, you don't need to do this. You don't need to do yourself this harm, you know, to make anybody, make you reach that point of wanting to commit this kind of act, because it's going to damage your life, it's going to tarnish your life, you're going to get in trouble if it is you do so. And at a point I thought I was getting on to him, and this is why I came up with this topic, where sometimes it's good to ignore. Because when people do things in life, the first thing you want to do is get back at the person. The first thing that comes to thought, the first thing that comes to mind is that you want to get back at the person, because if the person did it wrong, you can't see that person moving forward in life and all happy and stuff, and you miserable in your mind, and you know, you're feeling outside, you're feeling, you know, like that hatred just developing inside of you. So when I thought that I was getting through to him, it had some days that passed. I think it was a week that passed, and I wasn't getting on to him at all. I was calling him to find out how he was going, you know, to touch up, you know, to touch base basically, and I wasn't getting on to him. And I find it strange, because normally when I call him, he will answer, you know, one time, hey boy Kevin, what is you seeing, how you going thing? You know, he always tell me, boy, I appreciate how it is you're calling me and talking to me, you know, motivating me. And I really thought this thing was swinging in the right direction. I didn't hear from him, and when I do hear about him is when I saw his face on the papers. unfortunately he committed a crime that cost him life, or should I say freedom, in a sense, because till this day I believe he's in jail because of that crime that he committed. And that was something I was trying to get him out of. That was something I was trying to make him revert his mind from. But I think the enemy got the better of him, in the sense where, he started to hear that voice that told him, commit that act, you're gonna feel better. But think about it. You wanted back your possession of your items. Now you can't get it because you're in jail. Now, the person who did you wrong, okay, that person is dead now. But what does it leave with you? And this is why I want to come to terms with you guys. When somebody do you wrong and you try to respond in that way, what does it do for you? Does it help you in any way? Because for me, if it is that you do somebody back something, I mean, yeah, you will feel good enough, but next thing something bad happened to the person. Next thing something uncalled for happen. What is going to be your initial thought? Are you going to be living in regret, or are you going to be proud and saying, well, I get back at the person and that is all that matters for me? What is your response? What is your answer towards this? And that's why I say sometimes we can ignore certain situations. Sometimes your spouse might come into you with a little quarrel, and the easiest thing for you to do is ignore. Just ignore it. At that moment, it will prohibit you from responding in a bad way, and it will show the person that you're not on that level. Then we sit down and speak with people and talk. So sometimes I could say it is better to ignore. It is better to ignore, because if you choose to ignore, sometimes you may say something that you're not mindful of saying, or you didn't mean to say, or people like to say they mean to say, but sometimes when you talk, it's what's coming out of your heart. So you might say something to your spouse, you might say something to a friend, and you might say, well, I only say that because I was vexed, but initially you had it there. So that is why it's good to ignore sometimes. Sometimes it's better that nobody knows what's going on in your mind than they know, because if they know, then they look at you or judge you in a different way. And this is the things that we have to think about. Sometimes it's better to just be quiet. Don't say anything. Sometimes just ignore the situation and move on. I'm not saying all the time that you have to be like a bully and let people do your thing and just accept it as it is. Sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. But there are situations that you could ignore that will really, really save you peace of mind. So this is just the message that I want to bring for you guys today. That was a true story. I can't go into too much detail of it because that is something very ticklish. But it's just to show that sometimes it's good to ignore. Alright, so look forward this week for much more of our videos. This is the TKS Farm. This is your boy Kev here once again, and I say undivided and together forever.